battle of unbeatens in the Basketball Hall of Fame tip-off show between St. Louis and Maryland. I am going to go out on a limb right off the bat and say the winner of this game will be ranked in the top 25 once this one is over. Hello, everyone. Welcome to SlasherU. I'm your host, Christian Rao, here with my co-host, Steve Feck, and we got a great preview for this show between St. Louis and Maryland, a battle of the Atlantic 10 and the Big Ten, Steve. This is going to be a great matchup. What do you think about my thoughts there on the winner of this one? Will have a number next to their name when the new polls come out.
Well, I think St. Louis should already have a number next to their name. So don't take me down that path, because then we won't get to the preview of the game. But, I mean, Maryland, Kevin Willard has done a really nice job. He has gotten, his returning players to buy into his system right away. And it's a much different system that they played under Turgeon, or even when Danny Manning took over on an interim basis. I do find it ironic. We're talking about, A10 versus Big Ten. This conference is co-sponsored by the Metro Atlantic Conference, and there's not a single MAC team in this tournament. Explain to me how that happens.
Not sure.
Okay. Again, St. Peter's, aren't the darlings that they once were, but I mean, I don't get it. But anyway, I digress. Willard is getting the most out of the guy he needed to get the most out of, and that's Julian Reese. Reese has become a consistent offensive force, at least in the early going. And he's such a good rebounder, and he plays such staunch defense. That was huge for Maryland and for Willard right off the bat, for him to come in, buy into the system, feel comfortable in the system, and go forward from there. Now, the Terps are going to be undersized most nights. So players like Dante Young and Reese, if they can get the job done on the boards, even though they might be undersized, that's going to go a long way for them to go with a really strong three-guard rotation. Hakeem Hart is the returnee. He's having another solid beginning. And then they brought in two transfers, Jameer Young from Charlotte and Donald Carey from Georgetown. Another aside, I swear to God that Carey was in the backcourt when Patrick Ewing played for Georgetown. Now, I realize that's not the case, but this is his sixth year. This is his sixth year of competition. So he's a great player. I mean, and I'm kind of glad he transferred out of Georgetown, given what happened there last year. But it's just amazing he's still playing. Now, if Willard is successful getting that three-guard, and it's probably going to be maybe a five-guard rotation in this game, I think they could keep pace with the Billikens. But by my humble point of view, the Billikens are the clear favorite in the A10, even with the very good Dayton team that's in that mix. Yuri Collins is just a revelation every time I see him play. Yes. He did a great job against the Memphis Tigers the other night, 22 points. He always plays great defense. Gibson Jimerson.
I mean, Collins is averaging a double-double.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah. Jimerson, definitely talk about Jimerson.
What Jimerson, the great thing about him that makes him unique is that he has such a quick release. So when you've got a guy like Collins who sees the court really, really well, he's got great court vision. You have to expect to pass at any moment when Collins has the ball. But Jimerson can just catch that ball and set and shoot it. And it seems like in a split second, and it's through the net. If he keeps shooting like that all through the year, St. Louis is going to make a long run in the NCAA tournament, not just the A10 tournament. Javon Pickett, Larry Hughes II, the legacy. He turned down some major schools recruiting efforts to go and play where his dad did. They're great complementary players at this point. I think the Billikens win this one by double digits, and that's not a knock on Maryland. I just think it's a bad matchup for the Terps, and I see the Billikens jumping out early and never looking back.
This is going to be really their last test of competition until they take on Auburn next week, the Sunday after Thanksgiving. St. Louis just coming off a really good win against Memphis, and if you remember at the beginning of the season, they put the hurt on Murray State, and that win means a lot more now. Murray State
Yes.
just upsetting Texas A&M on Thursday night. I really like St. Louis. I agree with you as well. That's why I think it was almost a teaser saying the winner of this game will be a top 25 because I do think it's going to be St. Louis. I'm with you. I think they already should be ranked. They will be ranked after this game. I think they could even possibly lose and find a way to be ranked. That's how, I
Yeah.
mean, they probably wouldn't do that to an Atlantic 10 team, let's be honest. But um, they are a really good squad. And I think we are going to be talking about St. Louis a hell of a lot more with Gabe Jimerson and or Gibson Jimerson and Yuri Collins for the entire season, especially since you and I both really like Atlantic 10.
Yeah.
We both have them. We both picked them to win the Atlantic 10
Right.
conference. A lot of people think Dayton was the choice or Richmond even. We both think it's St. Louis, and it looks like our pick's doing really well so far. We're going to see this matchup on Saturday, 1:00 Eastern on ESPN. This is one that you should tune into if you like great guard play. You want to see some double action. Well, you're probably going to see that Yuri Collins. If you are checking out this preview before the game starts, let us know your score prediction in the comments below. If you get this during the game, maybe at halftime, or if you check it out after the game, let us know your thoughts on the game and what do you think that how we covered it. So again, ESPN Saturday, 1:00 Eastern.